So then the Bloodline comes out to Solo Sikoa's music. He's walking in the middle, basically showing you he's the fucking man. And this fucking segment was awesome. Absolute incredible. Peak fucking cinema. I did not know where this was going, but seeing where it went, bro. A fucking segment that like where like the talking tells a story and then there's like some sort of physical action that like plays into the story even more. Those are my fucking favorite segments. And this segment was world class. So after commercial, they're all in the ring. Paul Heyman gets on the mic. He says, by orders of the tribal chief, the Bloodline offers no excuses about what happened at WrestleMania. We don't blame John Cena. We don't blame The Undertaker. We don't even blame Jey Uso. Ladies and gentlemen, accountability is a very big word on the island of irrelevancy. I put irrelevancy because I was fucking doing notes, but it's relevancy. And Roman Reigns has ordered that we accept accountability. At WrestleMania 39, what happened was Roman Reigns entered the ring focused. He entered the ring strategic. Roman Reigns entered the ring unemotional. Cody Rhodes took his eye off the ball for just 1 second. He was distracted by Solo. And mentally, that's Cody's fault for not preparing for Solo to distract them. And that's what happened. Your tribal chief took advantage and successfully defended the title. At WrestleMania 40, Cody Rhodes flipped the script on Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins was a visionary. He told the truth. He told Cody he would be his shield, the one piece of unfinished business in Roman Reigns' life. So when Roman Reigns had a chair in his hand, he could have smashed Cody Rhodes. He didn't. Why? Because after 10 years of waiting for revenge on Seth Rollins, waiting to avenge that betrayal of the Shield, Roman Reigns gave in to temptation. He was distracted by his loss of revenge on Seth Rollins. He took his eye off the ball, and Cody Rhodes took... Wait, what the fuck? He took his eye off the ball, and Cody Rhodes took advantage. Cody Rhodes was prepared. He was strategic. He was ready, and he is your new undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. But like a phoenix rising from the ashes, your tribal chief. And then Solo interrupts. Heyman gasps. Then Solo starts talking while Heyman's holding the mic. And he says, losing and winning matters, right? Heyman nods. So there's consequences to losing, right? Heyman nods. So that means consequences need change. And Heyman's frightened because he thinks he's like talking about Roman Reigns, which is smart of them to say, which is smart of Solo to say all this stuff because Heyman thinks he's talking about Roman, so he's kind of like, oh shit, oh my god, like he's fucking finally gonna do. And then he slowly moves Heyman aside and looks at Jimmy, and Jimmy's kind of shocked. He's like looking back like, what the fuck, nigga, me? And then he starts getting angry. He's like, what, me? Are you serious? And then Solo slowly goes towards him. Slowly. Jimmy's almost bracing like he's getting ready for a fight. Then Solo extends his arms out for a hug. Slowly goes in to give him a hug. The camera goes in close. And Solo whispers in Jimmy's ear. He says, you're my brother. I love you. Then slowly lets go. Slowly walks away as he's still holding on to Jimmy. And then in comes a hooded man and hits Jimmy from behind. And he takes off his hoodie, and it's Tama Tonga, the son of Haku, as Corey Graves says, beats him up. Most of them didn't know who he was in the audience, so it was kind of awkward and quiet. But there's a group of smart fans in there that were cheering and trying to start a holy shit chant, but it didn't really go that far. But the smart ones knew who he was. Some people knew who he was. He got like a very mild reaction, but that's besides the point. He's beating up Jimmy, and then Solo stops him and says, get him up. Heyman screaming, Solo, no, Solo! Samoan spikes him. Jimmy, by the way, once. Picks him up, spikes him twice. Picks him up, spikes him 3 times. Picks him up, spikes him 4 times. Leaves Jimmy laying there, his carcass laying there. He stands there with Tama Tonga beside him. He whispers, throw the 1-up. And then Tama Tonga looks straight, throws the 1-up. Solo turns back to Heyman in the corner. Solo goes towards him. Heyman begging for his life, thinking he's going to hurt him. But Solo nicely escorts him to the center of the ring to throw the 1-up. Heyman throws the 1-up, but like a fucking dumbass, goes on his phone right beside Solo and goes, call Roman Reigns. But before he gets it off, Solo takes the phone, drops it on the ground, steps on it again, rubs his foot in it, trying to break it. Then he points outside while looking at Heyman still. Points outside. Tonga goes outside, grabs a chair, brings it back in. They put Jimmy in the corner. Solo puts the chair on his neck, leans in close to him, braces him, holds him on the head, and says, I love you. I love you. And then slowly backs up, turns around, looks at Heyman as he slowly walks to the other side, to the other corner. Then he runs at Jimmy at full speed and hip attacks him in the corner as Heyman is screaming, this is not what the Tribal Chief wants! No! And Solo's running while he says no. Perfect timing. Solo hits him. Jimmy is dead. He is on the ground, lifeless, hurting, just unconscious. They walk away while Solo's giving straight eye contact to Paul. They're on the apron. Paul almost motioning him to come along so he gets out of the ring, almost like he's hostage. He's like walking up the ramp with them, but he's walking backwards while staring at them in complete shock with tears almost in his eyes. Solo's walking up the ramp like he's the new Tribal Chief. Corey on commentary asking, who's calling the shots? Who's calling the shots? And Tonga right beside him, right behind them. Then they turn around and face the ring. Tonga's looking up. And I can't help but make the joke that they keep using when AEW superstars come over to WWE. Like, oh, so this is what a packed arena looks like. But Tonga is staring around at the Little Caesars Arena, taking it in. And it pans to Gray as he's soaking it in. And Solo staring down at the ring. And Paul in between behind them, scared and shocked. Great camera angle. And what a fucking segment that was. Holy shit! Holy shit! Can we talk about all the places that this could go? This segment was unbelievable. Unbelievable. The fucking cinema. The now tables, the wheels turning in all of our heads like, where's this gonna go? Did The Rock issue this? Is this Solo on his own? What's Roman gonna come back and say? Heyman saying the Tribal Chief didn't order this. Tonga's throwing all these things like it was orders of the Tribal Chief, maybe insinuating it's Solo. Solo's probably starting his own group. Is Roman going to go babyface with the Usos and go against Solo, Tama Tonga, and another Samoan? So many directions this could go. But we just have to tune in every week and watch it play out. Masterful stuff. Cinema. Which is a word, I might add, that has not been used in WWE ever since it started getting used once Triple H came in and started doing storylines a bit better. But I've never heard the word cinema used. There has been good storylines that have warranted the phrase cinema, but not often. But now we're getting it. Seems on a daily basis. But what a fucking segment. I could say segment of the year, but like there's some contenders up there with like The Rock and everything, you know? So what a fucking segment. It might be the segment of like the past 2 years, 3 years. I don't even know.